My topic today is why legalize marijuana. Why would America keep something illegal that has been proven to help benefit the country in so many different ways? It has been proven to prevent tumor sizes, create job opportunities, and lessen racism across the country. So why wouldn't we legalize marijuana? The drug is legal in 8 different states for recreational use and 20 other states for medical use. Here's a map that shows the states that have it legal and what do not. So there are 22 other states that have yet to make a decision on legalizing the drug. The chemical found in the drug that gives you the high that everybody talks about is called THC, and people think that is harmful to you, when in fact it is not. There's been 0 records of anybody ever overdosing from marijuana or THC, so that myth is not true. This topic is a huge issue in today's politics and society and whatnot. Marijuana should be legal across the United States of America because it has a positive impact in society, people's health, and the economy. I'll cover those 3 topics today in my speech. First, I'd like to talk about how it will benefit society. Legalizing the drug can have a big impact on racism throughout the country. Criminalizing the drug harms the youth and people of color all over the world. A huge issue in America is the discrimination of colored people and prejudiced statements. So why would we not legalize it if it can help that issue? A quote from Mr. Head here in his article says, "America is coming to grips with institutional racism in our criminal justice system. Marijuana prohibition has been a prime factor in fueling that racism. African Americans are 4 times more likely than whites to be arrested for marijuana violations, even though they use and sell marijuana at the exact same rate. Therefore, if the drug is legalized, it can be a huge stepping stone in lessening racism across the country." Next, I'd like to talk about how it will benefit the economy. Marijuana should be legal because the government will gain millions of dollars in tax revenue and it can create a ton of job opportunities for people. States that have already legalized the drug have found how much money it brings in through tax revenue. Here's what Bellevue said in his statement. "The 4 states that have legalized marijuana have already reaped over $200 million in combined tax revenue, while saving money in the police department, courts, prisons, parole, and probation officers, and other agencies that are burdened by pot prosecutions." So if you legalize the drug, you don't have to spend money in any of that. It all goes away because the drug is now legalized. Criminalizing the drug also costs a lot of money to the country. And Tom Head did a little research in his article before he wrote it, and this is what he found on how much money it costs the United States. Prohibition directly costs more than $7.7 billion per year. The United States government is already in a ton of debt, so why should we be spending that much money on something that's not worth spending it on? We need to legalize the drug so it does not cost that much to the country. If marijuana was to be legalized, imagine how many job opportunities it would create. It could give people who have a bad past or something going on with them, and it'd give them a great new head start to start their lives again and give them something to have a job. Lastly, I'd like to talk about how it benefits people's health. Marijuana has been proven to treat a lot of illnesses and has been proven to be more safe than alcohol, tobacco, or prescription drug use. How can you not vote to legalize marijuana when it has been proven to treat so many terminal illnesses? It has treated cancer, Alzheimer's, PTSD, and a bunch of other diseases, but those are the 3 main ones that it helps. The drug itself helps with pain relief, cramps, relaxation, and spasms. It calms you down, it relaxes you, and whatnot. Marijuana is also much safer than alcohol or tobacco or prescription drug use. Close to 1 million people die each year from those 3 drugs, and yet those 3 are legal and marijuana is still illegal. Here's what Jaquez found on his research. This is a chart that shows the people that died based off tobacco, alcohol, prescription drugs, and illegal drugs. And look at the marijuana. 0 people have died from marijuana. Here's a quote to back that chart up. On the other hand, in 2010, 38,000 people died from drug overdoses. 60% of those were related to prescription drugs. In that same year, 25,000 people died from alcohol-related causes. How can those drugs be illegal? How can those drugs be legal when marijuana is still illegal when it's much safer? In conclusion, there are many different ways in which marijuana helps the society, economy, and people's health. It can help reduce racism in the country, provide an economic boom for the government, and create multiple job opportunities as well as keep people healthy. So if anyone ever asks you if marijuana should be legalized or not, you now have reasons why that'll back up your opinion. Thank you.